All right, guys, class is still in session, even though we are on location. This is a field trip. We are going to be testing this product today. It's called the Pole Start Fire. Makes a lot of claims. I'm going to just read you what the claims are. It says no matches, okay? Windproof, 200 plus mile an hour. Lights wet wood, burns for 30 minutes. So supposedly it's supposed to be very, very simple, very easy. We're just gonna test it out and see, and we'll let you guys know how it goes. In fact, you'll be able to watch.
All right, so we're gonna be testing out, as Wesley said, the Pole Start Fire. This is actually a box of 3, and so they're individually wrapped just like this. All right, so we got the green loop here. I'm just gonna tie it around this log here. And then we have our red string now. We're gonna test the claims of this about doing wet wood because we have had a lot of rain here in New York over the past few days, so everything is soaked. And this is a rush job. Don't be judging my fire building skills, Wesley.
Great.
All right, so we got a little setup here. We're gonna go ahead and pull the string and see what happens. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool. Wow. If you can only see Wesley's face right now. So what are your thoughts, Wesley?
Impressive. It cannot be any easier than that. You guys saw it. It lit right up, and that brick is still putting off a goodly amount of flames. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this wood is soaked, and you can see it's catching. As far as easy, like I've tried the little, fire sticks, I've tried the blast match, I've tried a lot of different things, and my go-to is always just a Bic lighter, but nothing gets easier than that.
So, just to give you guys a little recap, this is how long it's been going for currently, and that wood is super, super wet. So not all of it has caught as of yet. So a lot of what you see, the flame is still being generated by that power brick, is what I'm calling it, the power brick.
The power brick.
The power brick.
So I don't know if you guys can hear the sizzling, but if you look at this log over there, there's a little bubble, like literally the water is just being evaporated out of it. Like this wood is soaking wet. And we got a nice hot fire here.
So first and foremost, when I saw the entire box that you handed me, I was blown away at the size.
Well, I originally showed you on the website. You thought it was much
bigger.
Yeah,
the website, I thought it was literally the size of a brick, was what I thought. And yesterday in the shop we were talking, and I was like, oh man, if they could make it half as big for, preppers and things like, nah, the size wouldn't touch it. This, that takes up no space, super lightweight.
Yeah.
And for the ease of use, like you guys saw, like that is ridiculous. Like I'm a huge fan of the blast match, really good product. It's good for one-handed application in case you get injured or incapacitated in some degree. That's gonna take, because that's basically just ferrocerium, and it's loaded on a spring, so you've got a striker all in one thing, so you can keep going. But in order to do that, you have to keep striking to create a spark that will hopefully catch. You've got to have your tinder, you've got to have your kindling, you've got to have your different stages and sizes of woods in order to generate that fire. And I love the blast match. Hands down, no questions asked. This is what I will be packing in my personal bag from here on out.
Yeah.
I am 100% sold. This is literally the easiest way to start a fire that I've ever seen.
Yeah. I agree 100%.
Like,
and I'm a pyro, like I go camping. It doesn't get any easier than this. I'm blown away.
Yeah, this is phenomenal.
I'm blown away.
Great product. Great product.
Yeah, and we were just talking like, so for camping, obviously I would love it. This is great. Yeah. But for a disaster setting,
yeah,
right? If you, especially if you're in your go, you have got your go bag and you're going, right?
Yeah.
And maybe you had to walk for several miles and you're exhausted. Do you really want to be fighting to make a fire? Can you start a fire with some of the other options?
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't get any easier.
If you got nothing else, yeah, I'm going to keep my blast match, right? I already paid for it. I'm going to keep it as a backup because I like redundancy, right? 2 is 1, 1 is none, right? But this will be my main source of starting fire, no questions asked.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Super impressed.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
All right, so here's the other thing too. What I really like about this?
Yeah.
Like we've been showing you some footage of the fire close up. All I've been doing is just adding, you know, just keep feeding it.
Little fuel.
I have not once had to sit down there and go,
oh my goodness,
blowing on it, trying to get the, you know, it's been going on its own. Which for me, I have asthma.
Huge.
So for me to be up close to the smoke, trying to blow it,
less than ideal.
With my hat, trying to fan it, get those flames going. This is soaking wet wood, and I did not have to do that once.
So the amount of work that it normally takes for you to start and maintain a fire has been affected by the Polestar fire.
Super easy.
Okay.
Super easy.
Okay. Cool. So we talk about in class all the time. If you guys have taken our CEP class, we talk about survive versus thrive.
Oh.
Right? So it's very easy for us.
This is thriving.
It's very easy for us to say, hey, Bic lighter, right? Survival, bare minimum survival standard, right? Get yourself a Bic lighter, pretty easy, right? Blast match, ferrocerium rod, any of those things will work. But to thrive, to be able to have a fire being started and maintained while you are setting up the other areas of your camping and survival situation, there's nothing that beats this as far as just simply starting a fire. The ease and the power, the consistency, the longevity of that power brick, how long it puts out fire for, there's nothing going to be easier than that.
Yeah.
Period. So survive versus thrive, this is thriving. This is the easiest way to start a fire.
Yeah.